Hello lovers of coastal living! Today we're going to explore the city of Valencia, Spain. My recent adventure in the coastal city left me with memories of blue skies, nice beach, delicious food, and pretty buildings. Although I was in Valencia for just 2 days, I had a private tour from family that actually lived in the city, so I left with my heart full and pleased. I want to share with you the must-visit spots recommended by locals, so let's get into it. Where to stay? We stayed in the HQ Rooms apartment San Vicente, which I recommend 100%. I liked the area because it's just a 5-minute walk from the train station. It's also pretty close to other important neighborhoods. We even walked to La Ciudad de las Artes y Ciencias, and it was a long walk, but totally worth it. But going back to the apartments, everything was super clean and it had everything we needed except for a trash can in the kitchen or a sponge to do the dishes. But well, if you're in Valencia, you should eat out. Anyways, in terms of price, I think it was a bit expensive because we did have a 3-bedroom apartment, but check out the smaller apartment options. I'm sure they could be worth it. Now, everyone's favorite, where to eat. Valencia is famous for its culinary delights. And what makes Valencia's food so special? Well, it's the perfect blend of tradition, fresh ingredients, and a passion for flavor. The restaurants here take pride in using the finest ingredients sourced locally, resulting in dishes that burst with authenticity and taste. From cozy family-run taverns to chic waterfront eateries, Valencia's dining scenes offer something for every palate. The first place we visited is Mercado de la Imprenta, located in the central La Mascota Street 17. The Mercado Imprenta has 2 levels. The top one has food and drink stands, and on the ground floor, a bar and eating areas have been set up with numerous spaces with tables and chairs. What I like about this market is that there are options for everyone. You are going to find all kinds of tapas, of course, but also healthy options. And after a week on vacation in Denia, eating everything that was put in front of me, I needed some healthy and nutritious food, so I had a poke bowl, and it was super fresh, well decorated, and delicious. As I walked around Ruzafa neighborhood, there were many restaurants with good ratings on Google reviews that looked very good. So if you want to do something spontaneous, come visit this neighborhood.
We have to go film the cakes.
Let's film the cakes.
Oh my god, look at that cheesecake, please.
Oh.
We only had space for dessert at this time, so we got to this super cute spot and cafe called Dulce de Leche, or DDL. They sell cakes and desserts that will make you fall in love. I had alfajores and oh my god, I wish I was eating one right now. They were so good. We also found what I believe was the best coffee shop in Valencia, although it's the only one I tried, but I couldn't try anything else after this. It's called Flying Bean Coffee, and I believe it's also in Ruzafa neighborhood, so if you like breakfast, if you like delicious, well-made specialty coffee, flat white specifically, please come to this place. Now, I'm sure that if you are watching this video, you are looking for the best paella recommendation, and guess what? I have it for you. I had the best paella I had in my life, I promise, in Valencia, and it was in front of the beach at a restaurant called Mi Mar. We tried a seafood paella and then a regular chicken and other ingredients paella, which I think it's called campera. I thought campera was a bit too dry for my taste. However, the seafood one was just mouth-watering. It was the best paella I've ever had in my life. Did I say that already? I know I did. I mean, you have to try it if you come to Valencia. There are other restaurants that I didn't go to, but that my family recommend you visit. And let me tell you that my family loves food and they know how to eat good, so these recommendations are very serious. Here we go. Rausel, which offers traditional comida valenciana or traditional Valenciana food. It is in the center of the city. They have food that stands out for their quality, big menu, and good service. This restaurant is a local's favorite, and as you can tell, it's not necessarily gorgeous, so this is a place to come to for the food quality instead of looks. If you want something more exotic with great food, visit the group Volereta. My family recommends Manhattan and Bali as their favorite ones because they have great price for value, striking ambience, and very, very good food. I mean, look at this. You can tell they're really trying to make this place beautiful and really cool. Next, we have some affordable Michelin options, like Vuelve Carolina from Quinque da Costa, who has 3 Michelin stars. This particular restaurant has the main room and a bar, both very well decorated. The mission here with the food is to recreate dishes from around the world, reinterpreted from their gastronomic view. They have interesting menus and affordable options. Next, there is El Habitual by Richard Camarena. His specialty is to explore resources and work with foods from the ground and the sea, making special Mediterranean dishes, and this special menu has a cost of 38 euros per person without drinks included. If you want food, drinks, and a bit of upbeat, visit La Diva. This place is super pretty and fun. My family says you will have an amazing time here. However, nothing out of this world when it comes to food, so come for the fun and for tapas. In case you are looking for something around Beach Saler, the recommendation is Arroceria Duna. It does not have the best Google reviews because it has way too many visits. I think the main problem here is that maybe it's a bit expensive for value, but it does have a great beach view and family vibe. The food, it's going to be average, which is actually great for many that aren't from Spain. So keep that in mind. Finally, if you want to visit a chef that has dedicated years to paella valenciana, visit Casa Roberto. Okay, you have a few options there to pick from, so now let's move on to things to see and do in Valencia. The most popular beach in Valencia is Malvarrosa Beach. It stretches for kilometers along the Mediterranean and it is renowned for its cleanliness and vibrant atmosphere. Plus, it has beachfront bars serving refreshing drinks and authentic Valencian paella. However, I did not like the view to the right side of the beach because it's where the cruises are and the port, and it's just not pleasing to see. But you can always look to the left and it is beautiful because you can see the whole coast of Valencia. And by the way, this is where my favorite paella restaurant is located, Mimar. Now, keep in mind that this is a touristy beach. The locals prefer to visit Playa de las Arenas, which is quieter, Playa de la Patacona, where there is a well-known restaurant called La Ferradura that's been there for years, and it's also a family-like atmosphere. Then Playa Saler, which honestly looks like paradise as it is known for its unspoiled natural beauty. Also, Port Sa Playa. This is another pretty destination. It is often referred to as Little Venice due to its charming canals and colorful buildings. This beach is a local gem. If you are willing to drive a bit further, take an hour drive to visit Benicassim. This is a little town where there is a hotel with beachfront called Voramar, and apparently it's one of my family's favorite beaches experiences near Valencia since the ambience is really nice and there's also a long road where you can walk, jog, or bike, and it's beautiful. Alright, now let's talk about city landmarks. La Catedral de Valencia is a building that's gorgeous inside and outside. It's iconic, and I could not go inside because there was a big line outside, as this cathedral is always busy since many believe that it houses the Holy Grail. As you can tell, the church looks really pretty, but there's a line to go in, and we only have one day in Valencia technically, so we have to do as much as we can, and we're with family, so we can't do it all. I'm going to walk away and it's going to be just fine, but if you're here for longer, I totally recommend to go inside the church. My family says it's really pretty, so you should go check it out. If you go around the cathedral, you're going to find there's a beautiful plaza called Plaza de la Virgen. This is where they do a floral offering to the Virgin Mary that happens every March. This event sounds mind-blowing to me. Listen up. Apparently, Valencianos build a giant structure of the Virgin Mary, then falleras, who are ladies wearing beautiful traditional costumes, they walk from Las Fallas all the way to the Virgin structure, and they place flowers to decorate the Virgin dress. This event takes 2 days, and every year they have different types of flowers and designs for the dress. It's truly something beautiful and emotional for Valencianos. If you're coming in March, know that the city is going to be packed, but for a good reason. Everyone wants to see this festival. On another note, there is another church in this plaza called Basílica de la Mare dels Desamparats, which I was able to appreciate inside. It is a beauty. Lastly, the Church of San Nicolás de Bari y San Pedro Mártir. It's an absolute beauty. They did not let me film inside, but this is certainly one of the most beautiful churches I've been to. I felt some sort of peace, and I don't know how to explain it. Disclaimer, I'm not religious, but these churches are worth seeing and experiencing. Other important historic buildings that you should visit include the Silk Exchange, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as this masterpiece of Gothic architecture was once the center of Valencia's silk trade. It features stone carvings and the stunning Sala de Concentración. Torre de Serranos, another imposing Gothic-style building that used to be one of the city's main gates during the medieval period. It has views to the river and to the city of Valencia, so this building is a big deal. There is also the North Railway Station, one of Europe's most beautiful railway stations for its intricate facade and stunning interiors. It's a masterpiece of art and another gateway to the city. Marqués de Dos Aguas Palace. This work of art is a Rococo-style palace that houses the National Ceramics Museum. The facade is adorned with ornate sculptures and ceramics. Truly beautiful. Mercado Central has a rich history dating back to the 1830s, and it's not only one of the oldest markets in Valencia, but it's also considered one of the oldest and most beautiful markets in Europe. Well, don't think I'm forgetting about the most iconic landmark in Valencia. I'm getting there, I promise. But that being said, let's now transition into more modern landmarks. Mercado de Colón. It's an early 20th century market building with a modernista design, and it's been renovated and transformed into a space with various restaurants, cafes, and upscale shops. El Puente de las Flores, which was opened in 2002, it's a nice walk as the city ensures the flowers are blooming the whole year. Finally, you must visit Santiago Calatrava's most notable creations. They're all condensed around or in La Ciudad de las Artes y Ciencias complex. It's inspired in futuristic architecture. In this complex, you will find 8 important landmarks, including the Hemispheric, which is the eye-catching building resembling a giant eye. Inside, you will find a cinema and the planetarium. Príncipe Felipe Science Museum that explores science and technology. Then the Europe's largest aquarium, Palau de las Arts Reina Sofia, which is an opera. Agora, which is a space for special events. The Umbraco, offering panoramic views of the complex and serves as an open-air art gallery. The Science Promenade, a landscaped area for visitors to stroll around, and the futuristic bridge of Asut Delor. During our visit, we did not go inside, but we did enjoy feeding our baby in the middle of Ciudad de las Artes, and the experience was really pleasant. We really liked the atmosphere here. I think it was funny to experience the contrast between Valencia city, which is not necessarily modern, and then entering this space was like, whoa, what's happening? But it was really beautiful and enjoyable. I think that you probably need 3 to 4 hours to see the whole thing, so come with time, reserve a whole day to visit this place. Neighborhoods. My top 2 are Ciudad Vella, or the Old Town, and Ruzafa. Starting with the Old Town. Wow, this is a maze of narrow buildings and cute plazas There are many masterpieces of Gothic-style architecture, shops and restaurants that have been operating for ages. Like for example, I entered Horchateria de Santa Catalina, founded in 1928. They serve the famous Valenciano drink called horchata, which is made from chufa, tiger nuts, and is a favorite among both locals and tourists. The service and experience here was top.
Hey, this drink is really interesting. Like, I can't say I love it, but it's also so drinkable. I'm enjoying drinking it. So I don't love it. I wouldn't have it again, but I'm so happy I'm drinking it. Do you get that?
We also appreciated what I think is the thinnest building in the world. We saw beautiful churches, art wall, pubs, streets made of stone. I really loved the walks around the old town. Next, Rufasa, a trendy and artistic neighborhood. It's not for everyone since it does have a strong bohemian vibe, but a great culinary scene. I saw a bunch of Thai places, by the way. Not sure why, but I love Thai food, so this was really exciting for me. But anyways, this is a great place to explore independent shops and coffees.
I love this. It's so pretty.
What do you think? What does this remind you of?
I don't know.
Ukraine?
You were saying that Ukraine, but the palms.
Kiev with palms?
Like, I don't know, Ukraine with Morocco with I don't know what.
Yeah, I was going to say Morocco too. It's like a tropical Mediterranean Kiev.
Yeah, like a Mediterranean Kiev. That's a good one.
Yeah.
In here, you will also find Rusafa Market, reflecting the neighborhood's creative and foodie spirit.
Okay, here we are in front of Mercado of Rufasa. It looks really cute and cool, but of course it's closed because it's Sunday, like at 4 p.m. So come earlier.
El Carmen, a historic and eclectic neighborhood with a mix of medieval and modern elements. It's famous for its vibrant nightlife, historic sites, and quirky shops. Here is where the Valencia Cathedral is located. Ensanche, a more modern and upscale district with wide avenues, upscale boutiques, and a cosmopolitan atmosphere. It's known for its elegant architecture. And I'm not 100% if Plaza de Ayuntamiento is in Ensanche or Ciudad Vela, but I loved walking around here. There are beautiful buildings all around, including Oficina del Turismo, Edificio Generali, the Post Office building, the Banco de España building, and this is also the area where the Only You Hotel is located. Now, I would like to end this video talking a little bit about a really special tradition in Valencia. Since I talked a little bit about Las Fallas, I feel like I need to explain it. After the Virgin event that I mentioned earlier, Valencianos begin to burn Las Fallas in the streets of Valencia. To give you some context, for decades, carpenters have burned old materials that they no longer need in the month of March to celebrate Saint Joseph's Day, who was the saint of carpenters. So, what Las Fallas actually mean is a fire ritual that symbolizes renewal. They are burning old, painful, and hurtful symbols to make way for new things, to be reborn. According to my readings, Las Fallas began in the second half of the 18th century, when they began to create artistic sculptures that have meaning for Los Valencianos. And let me tell you that they make hundreds of these sculptures to decorate the streets before ending in ashes. From what my family tells me, this whole event is even more important than Christmas to them. Valencianos wait the whole year to make this happen. There is a lot of people involved and a lot of things involved to make this event possible. I think it's extremely beautiful, and although I did not understand the concept of bonfires in the past, now coming to Valencia made me realize how important it is to them. So I really plan to come see this event in future years. If you have witnessed Las Fallas, please let me know how it was, what are the tips, recommendations that you have for me. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon on another trip.